So this is the top 5 complaints that we hear, especially from women. Number 1, I do all the work.
You start assigning chores or assigning things to do around the house. It's going to be a shift for the whole family, and you have to tell the family, hey, we're going to have a shift. Let's have a family meeting. Also, we had done something with the kids. We put together, about 10 years ago, we put together the kids rules for the house. And this was plain and simple, what's expected of you, what's expected of everybody in the house. And we had a checks and balances system where we could call each other out. The other thing we had is we had a reward system. If you went 3 days without a check mark, and check marks could be for running in a house, cursing, leaving dirty dishes out. You had 3 days. We have like an ice cream treat. What ice cream?
We had small steps that were easy to accomplish, and they were also smaller things, smaller rewards that we were giving after a few days, so that the kids could keep that in their minds. Because you can't say, okay, at the end of the summer we're going to do this really big thing. That doesn't keep a day-to-day goal for the kids. And we ended up doing something at the end of summer, like, hey, if we reach this goal, after we accumulate all of this with our points or whatever system that we had, we're going to do, I think we went to a water park. But it was great for them because they learned oh, okay, this is what I need to do. And it wasn't super time taking, but when you add it all up, it really makes it. You're also teaching or training your family, if you start to delegate, that your time is important. Their time is important too. And to make sure that we're all chipping in to help out so that we can all focus on what's most important to us. So delegate.
Number 2, I'm out of shape. That sounds like I'm out of shape. I need to lose weight. I just wish I was thinner. I wish I had more muscles. I wish that I didn't get out of breath.
I'm out of shape can also mean I'm low on energy. I'm having difficult focusing. I don't like the way I feel in my jeans. I know I could look and feel better, but I'm not there right now.
Getting healthy, the opposite of being out of shape is getting healthy. Getting healthy is the most important thing you can do in your life.
A daily routine, just knowing you're going to do this every day, commit to doing it every day. And even if you don't get, you don't have to go on a 4-mile run, but if you can get a 10-minute walk in, get a 10-minute walk in. It'll make you feel so much better on 2 fronts, get you moving physically. And then it also, it takes care of that part of your brain that said, I didn't do it. Instead of pulling you down and dragging you down, you're like, hey, I accomplished a walk today. And let's hop on to number 3. I am not being paid what I'm worth.
I'm not being paid what I'm worth.
We hear it all the time. I talk to especially women who say, I have these degrees and I've been working at this company for this amount of time and I'm bringing all of this. I'm doing what they've asked me to do. I'm doing more than what they've asked me to do, but I just have the feeling that I'm not being paid what I'm worth. So we recommend a couple of tools. First, it's important to just benchmark, find out. What are other people making who do what you do at like-sized companies, similar types of organizations, similar types of industries? Is to understand what your company sees as a value and start doing those things. What value are you bringing to the company? What value are you bringing to your team? What value are you bringing to your boss? So that you can help push that, and in the process of that, promote what you're doing, promote the value that you're bringing. And as you promote that, then you can confidently ask for that raise or confidently ask for more things that are of value to you. So if there's an opportunity, they may say, look, we don't have the budget to pay you more money right now, but we do have an opportunity to send you to more conferences. Is that something you're interested in? So you're also in a position of learning and you're in a position of travel.
The first thing in not being paid what I'm worth is determining what you're worth.
So again, it's about identifying what's of value to you, what value you're bringing to the organization, what's important. If salary in and of itself is something that you feel that you need to negotiate, then go negotiate a higher salary. But if your company's not in a position to give you a higher salary, look for other things, other benefits or other intrinsic parts of the job that can be high value to you and low cost to them to give you.
All right, that brings us to number 4.
I don't have enough time.
I don't have enough time.
Who has enough time?
Nobody has enough time.
Everybody has enough time.
Think of the busiest, most successful person, whether you know them personally or you just know them as a public figure. Here's a secret. They have the same exact time that we have, that you have.
They have the same 24 hours in their day that you have in yours, that I have in mine. And that's why they probably have someone who comes in and takes care of the laundry. They probably have somebody who comes in and takes care of bringing in the groceries or managing the house cleaning. And they've realized that making that investment gives them time. It buys them time. It's an inexpensive way to buy your time.
Some quick tips on time. What can you do to get a handle on your time? You start journal everything you're doing. You can eliminate things you're doing. If you have a commute to work in the morning, instead of listening to the radio, listen to an audiobook. Get something that'll teach you another skill.
So yes, start journaling. What are you doing with your time? Just write it down as you do it. It is so much easier now to keep track of how you spend your time with the technology that we have in the palm of our hands.
You only have so much time on this planet. We know a couple of billionaires and we know dozens of multimillionaires. The thing they focus most on is time. You cannot make more of it. You can't buy more time. You can trade dollars for time.
You can't store time.
You can't store time. So if you waste time, you can never get that minute back in your life.
So number 5 in our list of complaints we hear the most frequently, I don't know what to do next.
I don't know what to do next. I feel stuck. I'm stuck. I had no options.
I'm in this position right now. I'm doing the best I can. I'm doing so much. I'm exhausted at the end of the day. Like I don't even see an option of something to do. So one of the things that most of us feel like in that moment of I don't know what to do next, I feel stuck. You become so blind because you're so busy, you don't even notice that you do have options. Someone we've talked to before said, you've got options. You may not like them, but you've always got options. But the situation that we hear this complaint so frequently is you actually do have options. And sometimes we're so focused on what we don't like, we're not thinking about what we want. So to actually start listing out, like write down the things you want. Put your vision board together. Put pictures of things that you've wanted around. Is there a house that's always inspired you? Is there a city that you've always wanted to travel to? The business you've always wanted to have? The people that you've always wanted to invite over for dinner? These are things that you've always yearned for. Start focusing on them. Put them into that list that's actually really important. Now that you've cleared your schedule, because now you have more time, you can actually take action on putting these things into your life. And that's what there is to do next. What there is to do next is to start doing these.
3 things you can do. Find a book on the subject. Attend a conference, just like the Power Conference Advanced Women. We talk about everything we talk about today. We talk about that there. These women are going to be sharing that. And one of the really important things, ask someone, talk to someone who's successful in an area you would like to be successful in.
I think one of the most important things to do is to share. Share with the world. Put it out there. What is it that you want in life? Not what you don't want. Put out to the universe what it is that you want. Talk to people about it and you will find out. It's not as difficult to get these things as you think it is. They're attainable. It's probably not as much work as you think it will be to get those things. So start talking about it. Start reaching out. Start sharing your experiences with people. So go find the people who have what you want and ask them. Ask them how they got it. Ask them what they do. If always fit and always healthy, and that's something that's important to you, ask them what they do. You can shorten your learning curve on their routine, okay, I don't need to do exactly what she's doing, but I could start doing things more like that, and then I'll start seeing the results that I want to have in my life. I just wanted to mention that there's a conference coming up November 11th and 12th called the Power Conference to Advance Women. And if you're in a position where you're looking for more options or more ways to get in action on what you really want to have happen in your life, or even better, you know somebody who really needs a nudge, like, gosh, she just got this one thing out of her way. She'd be in much better shape. Or if you work with some folks who could send a team, it's in Hollandale Beach, Florida, or virtual. And you can find out more about this at theadvanceconference.com. Check it out.